Brandon and I are gonna try this Carolina Reaper. We don't know. I have two of them, but we're gonna split this in half because we don't really know how hot it's truly gonna be. What was the feeling of catching that ball?
I blacked out.
Hello and welcome to the Bergcast. I'm your host, Brett Reed, and on this podcast series, we deep dive into the life of Division III athletes here at Heidelberg University. Today's guest is Brandon Reed. Let me give him a little introduction. Brandon, in high school, achieved all-academic, first-team All-Ohio, and was a state qualifier in the 4x2. In college, Brandon earned first-team All-OAC, second-team All-Region, first-team academic All-OAC, offensive skill player of the year, special teams player of the year, and was an OAC player of the week. Brandon, welcome to the show.
I appreciate it, Brett.
It is
Thanks
nice.
for having me.
It is nice having the original B Reed on.
We got B Reed 1 and B Reed 2.
All right, so yeah, Brandon and I are friends, so it's nice having him on, and it's nice having a football player back. So you're a little bit more experienced, obviously, than we had Drew on, and he's a freshman. It's nice having a senior on. So
Senior citizen.
Yeah. So thank you for coming on. So I guess we'll start off with the first question. Where are you from? Was it big, small?
It's definitely small. So I went to a high school called Northwestern, which is kind of like in a Wayne County area, about 45 minutes from Cleveland. I actually live in Mansfield, so I open enrolled there for 2 years. But basically, it's cornfields, tractors, Amish. That's about it.
So what would you guys do? So you said Mansfield. So
Yes.
do you live in Mansfield?
Yes, I live in Mansfield, but like all my friends live in Northwestern District.
Gotcha. So what would you guys? Yeah, what would you guys do for fun then?
Well, we would go to Walmart late at night and just do stupid stuff, Basically just hung out with friends. I mean, we were a close knit community, so we just hung out and we all played sports. So that's basically all there was to do.
That's awesome.
So.
And so, what was your high school like? What did you guys do there? Was it public? Was it?
It was public, so it was like a newer school, I guess. It was small, so I think we were like D5 in football, D2 in track. So they based that off of students' numbers. I graduated with about 110.
Okay, so yeah, it's a little bit.
So
it's a little in the middle.
It's kind of like coming here, everybody.
Right, exactly.
So it's kind of like home.
So did you know everybody with 110 people? Just about?
Yep, we knew everybody. We had like a career center. So we had kids that junior, senior year would go to the career center.
Gotcha.
But some of them played football with us, so we would see them. So.
Awesome. Because I went to a school with 482 people, and I know everybody. So
okay, yep.
That's crazy that so 110, you still know most of the people.
I would say about 100. You probably start losing track of everybody about 130, 140.
Yeah.
I would think. I mean, I still don't remember anybody from my high school.
Did you know like the grades above and below you, sort of?
Yeah. So like as a freshman, I knew like the seniors, and obviously as you build up,
they
start to know who you are.
It gets a little bit easier.
I have a really good friend that was a freshman my senior year, so
awesome.
I knew like all the freshmen then. So.
And the thing I want to ask you before I ask the next question is, I don't really ask people this, but you were a two-sport athlete. So you ran, or were you three-sport?
I was two-sport.
Okay, so you ran track and you played football.
Yes.
How do you think track influenced football? Or how do you think football influenced track?
I would say track influenced football for me personally, because I always say that football speed is a lot different than track speed. So like being able to run track, you learn technique. You learn just working on your form, and then once you get on the football field, it just comes naturally. So it's like you're just on the football field, you're running, but you're using all the things you learned from track that helps on the football field.
Right.
I don't really think like football, because you can't coach fast.
Right.
You're either fast or you're not fast. So being in track, you can only get faster. You know what I'm saying?
Understandable.
So
yeah.
I would say track definitely is a benefit, especially even in college. I didn't run track. But I know a couple of the football guys ran track, and it definitely showed on the football field how much faster they'd gotten.
That's awesome. Yeah, I asked that question because my old high school coach, always preached like, do two-sport athletes, and there's like a statistic that's like a two-sport athlete is higher in the NFL than
100%.
And like you look at Nick Chubb and
a lot of the like NFL players, if you see, most of them either A, ran track or B, played basketball. So it's like
right.
Two-sport athletes are definitely the way to go.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill's quick, man.
Yeah.
I think he ran track also. And what's his name? DK Metcalf.
Yep.
So that will transition into our next question. What got you into football? Like strictly football?
My dad. So growing up, I lived with my mom. My parents were separated, and my dad took me to like a football camp, and he would drive like half an hour to take me and pick me up. And then I took a couple years off because I was transitioning schools, moving in with my dad at the time, and I just started playing from 6th grade on, and I loved every second of it.
So were you always a wide receiver?
No. So in Pee Wee, I had a white helmet because my head was so small. And I was a running back in elementary, middle school running back. Freshman year, they moved me to receiver. First day of practice, I dropped the ball. It hit me in the, and I was like, it's going to be a long season. But as I started getting better and understanding the game as a receiver, it obviously portrayed into playing in college. So.
Right. And so you're obviously a kick returner as well. So
Yep.
Do you think part of that was, just the speed you had? And
I would say it was probably 95% speed is why I was back there, and 5% of just not really caring if someone hits me or not. So you definitely, for being on kick return, you definitely have to be fast. So I would definitely say that speed definitely helped me there.
Do you ever, obviously, I've never played football. I've played basketball, other sports. I've never played football. When you get in the back, that ball's coming, you're looking up at the ball. What is, the feeling knowing that the ball is coming in the air, but there is a freight train coming at you?
I laugh at that question every time because everyone's like, what do you think? I don't think. That's the thing. My number one goal is don't get hit. Just run as fast as you can, no matter what. And if you do get hit, you better just stay on your feet. It's just like lower band wins. So I don't really think. I get nervous I get nervous right before the game on kickoff. But after that, it's just kind of just like I put in my mind what I plan on doing. I see where everyone's lined up, and I know where my guys are blocking, so it kind of helps me.
Yeah.
I know I'm going outside. I'm just going to play like I'm running in, and then go on outside.
Yeah.
So.
And next question is when you catch the ball and your first, obviously you look down. Okay, so your first instinct, you gotta be quick. So if someone's coming at you, you make a quick move real quick. What is your favorite part on? I guess both. What is your favorite part about being a wide receiver and then about being a kick returner?
Definitely just seeing guys diving at my feet and missing. So it's that's kind of what makes me just enjoy it so much. Is because I know I can probably outrun mostly everybody on kick return. So it's just kind of where I get my enjoyment from.
Right.
And definitely seeing the other 10 guys in front of me laying guys out. So
that's awesome.
Fun.
So a football player from Mansfield. Oh, why Heidelberg? What drew your attention?
So I wear this necklace for many reasons, but third time's the charm. This is my third college. I went to TU my freshman year.
Really?
Yes, I was a criminal justice major.
Interesting.
And
I did not know this.
Yep. So I went there for a whole year, hated it. I played football there. Decided to go home. I went to Ashland University just as a regular student because at this time I was like, I won't play football anymore, And then I came here. My best friend Parker Smith, we mostly everybody knows who Parker Smith is here, and but he went here. I was visiting a few times, and I just kind of fell in love. I met Coach D my first time here, and it just felt like home. Which if you ask anybody why Heidelberg, the first thing that comes to mind is it feels like home.
Exactly.
So, to me, it does feel like home. I don't even go home. At Tiffin, I went home every weekend.
Wow.
I haven't been home. Well, since any holiday, that was the only time I go home.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, that's definitely the first thing you asked me, felt like home. I don't know how Heidelberg does that. I don't know what makes them so much different than anybody else. But
I think it's the people.
Definitely.
Because it's crazy. You go to Tiffin, 2 miles away, and it's just so different. The people are so different.
Yeah.
And then you come to Heidelberg, and it's I've known these people for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I completely understand that feeling.
I think that's what makes it feel like home.
So you weren't at so when did you start playing football? Your junior year?
Of high school?
Or college. So you went to TU, went to Ashland.
I went to TU as a freshman. I redshirted, got hurt.
Okay.
Went to Ashland, didn't play. Came here in the spring season, and then I played the fall, and then COVID hit. And then I played that spring.
Okay.
And I played this year.
So you've only played 3 years.
So I think we don't have enough time on the podcast to be able to count. But it's either 3 or 4 years. I always get lost because of the COVID year.
Right.
Because I know I played in the spring and then I played in that fall.
Okay, gotcha.
I played my sophomore year here. So, and I'm a senior. So technically, I've only played
3 years.
3 years.
That's crazy. I did not know that. I mean, this whole time knowing you, I did not know that you went to TU, and I didn't know you went to Ashland. So, wow. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad we got you
I'm glad I'm here.
in the final. All right, so we're going to move on to the first segment.
Okay.
This segment is the same, but a little bit newer. I think you're going to enjoy this. So what I did was I took your teammates, but I had them draw themselves in under a minute. I gave them a minute to draw themselves.
Okay.
So you have to guess who the person is that I'm showing you. You don't have to guess the drawer. You just have to guess who it is.
Okay.
I had 2 of your teammates draw themselves, and then obviously I had one of my friends draw the other one. So I started off with the easiest, and we're going to go to the hardest.
All right.
So
Let's see if these second grade teaching skills pay off.
This is your first person. You can take your time, and if you want hints on the harder ones, I can give you hints.
Is that Drew Sims?
That is correct. That is Drew Sims. All right, and this is your next one. So it's going to get a little bit harder, I feel like. Maybe. I don't know.
Is it? What's wrong with the nose?
I don't know what he did.
Oh.
But I said you get a minute. You get a minute. I gave this guy like 30 seconds, I think.
It looks like he spent 10 seconds on it, to be honest. That's a tough one.
I can give you a hint.
Okay.
But I'll let you take a guess first, and then I'll give you a hint.
Easton?
That is Easton. Wow. And Easton actually drew that picture.
Learn how to draw, buddy.
Easton did draw that picture. And this is your last one.
I can't believe I guessed that one. That's G. Wait, hold on.
I'll give you a guess, and then I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
I can't believe you got the Easton one. That was crazy, dude. Wow. I'm actually kind of impressed.
Okay, this... I haven't seen all the football guys since the banquet, so I'm trying to...
He also drew this as well. He drew himself. So
he took a lot of time on himself. I can't... I don't know. That curly hair is just messing me up.
Does have curly hair?
Do I get one more hint?
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
Offensive player.
Offensive player.
Take your time. Take your time. Analyze it. Figure it out. Scope out the detail.
It's like I have this name, I just can't think of it.
He's gonna be so butthurt.
I got like 110 guys.
He's gonna be so butthurt.
Is he?
I don't know. Probably not. He said, he said if he gets this, I will honestly text. He said he'd text you and be like, how?
So he didn't expect me to get it, right?
He's not expecting you to get it.
Because I'm probably not going to get it.
If you get this, wow, what a guess. And then I'll give you one more hint after. I don't even know what my other hint would be. I don't even know.
Can you at least tell me the position?
I can't give you a position. I believe he is a tight end.
Is that Kofer?
It is not Kofer. I think he's tight end. He's definitely a tight end.
Is that Simon?
It is Simon.
That is Simon.
It's Simon, yep. And he drew that too.
Okay.
So.
Simon, the hair got me, buddy.
All right. So now we're going to move on to another question, and then we'll move on to the top 3. We'll actually move into 2 segments at once, but we'll start with this next question. So what was your biggest transition from high school to college, academically and athletically?
Okay. So academically, it was, I think the hardest thing was not relying on other people to do, like, because you make a lot of friends in high school and then you get to college, you don't really know anybody, so you're kind of on your own.
Mm-hmm.
So just academically, it was just being responsible, going to class, doing your homework, getting close to your professors. I think that's the biggest transition, because in high school you know all your teachers.
Right.
College you might not know all your professors. So it's just getting used to your professors. Athletically, I didn't really have much of a, like, I never had like an oh crap moment when I got. The first thing I remember at Tiffin, besides them giving me number 94, was there was a big fight. Like a fight broke out my first freshman practice ever.
Wow.
And these D2 guys are huge.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously I'm in the back praying it ends, you know. But it was just kind of like the speed of the game, I guess. In high school, anybody plays.
Right.
You know, maybe your parents made you play. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
you just don't have anything to do. But in college, you play because you love it.
Exactly.
So it's like these guys have a purpose of why they're playing football. So they're not going to try to take a play off.
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
And everyone's going to want to be better than you. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that was just the toughest transition was the speed of the game.
Awesome.
So
A question I have, you know, I always throw in side questions. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
So I actually just finished the Tom Brady Man in the Arena documentary,
Okay.
and the thing is, you brought this up. You never want to miss a play.
Yeah.
You know, Drew Bledsoe was Tom Brady's like quarterback,
Mhm.
and then he got hurt. Tom Brady comes in. Tom Brady plays the rest of his life there.
Yep.
Have you ever gotten hurt while you were at Heidelberg? And have you ever missed a game? And if so, what was the feeling?
Did I have I missed my sophomore year. I twisted my ankle on some ice and sprained my ankle pretty good. So I missed a game there, but that was the last practice of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And then this year I only missed about 3 practices and no games.
Well, that's good.
I've always been like an injury-prone type of guy, so I took a bunch of precautions this summer working
Awesome.
out. But junior year I missed 2 games for a hamstring injury, and it definitely takes a lot of confidence out of yourself.
Right. No, I
Because
completely understand that.
how I think is everyone's competing for that spot, and I don't believe that any spot is locked up.
Yep.
So in my mind, if I'm hurt, then that guy that's below me is working his tail off and should start because A, I didn't practice, and B, he's been practicing for 2 weeks. So that is definitely just the hardest thing for me is just mentally and resting. I don't like to rest.
I completely
don't
understand
like to
that.
rest. And Mitch, the trainer here, we're best friends because I spent every day in there because I wanted my body to feel good because
Right.
I wanted to practice.
So
And
you're cross training and stuff,
yeah,
obviously.
so even if I was hurt, like my hamstrings are hurt one day,
Mhm.
I'm still wanting to practice, and it just makes it worse.
Right.
So definitely just having that the patience.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
I completely understand that. I was I'm just coming back from an injury, so I completely understand that. Like you're just sitting there, you're like,
Mhm.
man, I do not want to rest,
Yep.
and then have to like come back and work it all off.
100%.
But yeah, I completely understand that. So now, me and Brandon are gonna move into the next segment, but we're actually moving into 2 segments at once. So this is gonna be the Sodapops segment. So if you guys ever want to visit Sodapops in Sandusky, I'll put the link somewhere right here. So thank you, Chad Kresser, for allowing us to try your stuff on the show. Brandon and I are going to try this Carolina Reaper. We don't know. I have 2 of them, but we're going to split this in half because we don't really know how hot it's truly going to be. So yeah, we're going to try to split it in half. And as we're eating it, we're going to do Brandon's explain those pictures. So let's get it open. I'm a little nervous because I don't know how hot it really is going to be.
It says world's hottest pepper on
It
that.
does say world's hottest pepper. I'm scared that either we eat this and it's really, really hot, or we eat this and it's like nothing.
I'm afraid I'm not gonna be able to talk.
It's from a candy shop, so like I don't know. I also don't want to touch this, but like,
Does it smell hot?
I don't know. You want to give a whiff in there? It doesn't smell too bad. I guess it just doesn't.
No, it smells like a raisin, to be honest.
It doesn't smell great, but I mean,
Okay, so
I guess we'll try to split this puppy in half. Oh my god, I really don't want to touch this.
yeah, I wouldn't touch it. Do you have here?
I already touched it. It's game over.
Oh, okay, you don't want to use this.
Here, I don't even know if I can split this in half. I don't want to look. Oh my god.
That's all right. 3-second roll. We're good.
Good thing I just cleaned these rugs.
Good.
All right, so this is what it looks like. Oh my god, I'm actually scared. That's what it looks like. I'm like shaking. I don't know if you guys can see that.
I'm sweating already.
All right, so we're just gonna pop it in, eat it, and then try to do your things. All right, well, cheers to it.
Cheers.
All right.
Oh my god.
Mike. Oh. Oh my god, please.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Oh my god, that cannot be allowed. Here's a trash can. Wow. Dude, I don't think I can swallow this. No way. Holy shit. Alright. Let's explain that picture. I have the hiccups.
If you guys are curious, It is hot. Should we pause it?
No, let's keep going. Should we eat something else? So, like,
Yeah, give me that black licorice or something.
what's pictures against JCU, I think?
Dude, I'm sweating.
Oh my god, dude, it is not alright. No, I got a no bar.
I don't even care what flavor it is. Oats and honey, okay. Did the rapper say how long it would take for the heatness to go away, maybe? Or how to get the heat out?
Is it going down?
Oh my god. So yeah.
Yeah. Let's go to the next picture.
Yes.
Alright. Do you remember this game at all? What happened in that game?
We were playing Mount Union. I had a career high in receptions and receiving yards. And I scored my first ever touchdown against Mount Union. And this is a photo. Shout out to Coach D's wife and Coach D's son. Always my hype people.
You want another water?
Yeah.
That picture I was going to say, you know, the Heidelberg fans are something else. I love them.
We definitely are.
The Tiffin Townies.
The Tiffin Townies.
Tiffin Townies, the Heidelberg people. Great. Great fan base. You know, when I went to the games, non-COVID related, wow, that was really hot.
Never again.
Absolutely never again. I see why. I'm going to throw that other one away. That was painful.
Yeah.
Is it dying down? You want another granola bar?
It's dying down.
It's on my tongue.
It's like it goes away.
And it comes
and
back?
Comes back even hotter.
Yeah.
I'm good. It's a mental thing.
Yeah. It's not hot. It's not hot. Dude, I opened that water. I didn't know my water was open and I spilled it on myself.
I have 3 waters here.
My stomach is going to be... Alright. So, yeah. What I was going to say is, Heidelberg fan base is great, and when we went to the games, it was crazy. Oh my god, dude, my tongue is on fire. Yeah. And, I didn't get to watch that JCU game, because I think we were on our way to New Jersey for a meet, so unfortunately I couldn't watch it. But when I watched it, on my phone, I couldn't believe it that you caught that. And, I feel bad that we skipped over that moment, because, it was crazy. But, talk to me about, that day, that night. How many, congratulations did you get?
Well, it was on senior day, and my dad's came to every game this year. And every game, he's like, what's in your head? What are you thinking? And that game, I was just like, I don't know what's going to happen. I just know something big is going to happen. I just had a feeling. And I took a shot early in the first quarter in my rib, and I was like, I don't know if I can play anymore. Fourth quarter rolls around, we're moving. Sadly, we missed the field goal to win the game. Our defense got a big stop on goal line. And first play, Drew checked. We were supposed to run. I don't even know what we were supposed to run. But we checked at the white, and that's a slot fade. And he saw it was a one-on-one. And I saw the ball in the air, and I was just like, I'm going to catch this. I'm not sure how. And I caught it, and I blacked out. I remember standing up and just being like, holy cow. We did it,
That's
it was
crazy.
Definitely a surreal feeling, and just having if you watch the video, everybody on the team, coaches, players, just running. Definitely can't beat that. Cannot beat that.
It's amazing. It was cool being in the student section when you would score and you guys would dap up the people. And it was crazy.
Definitely scoring in our end zone was definitely the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you can't get better than that.
Not only did we do that week, but then the following week,
Maceo,
had that,
ONU
Moss touchdown with 7 seconds left. So
that was crazy. All right, thank you for that.
Yep.
I'll check in on you. How you doing? I forgot. I have this video of you. I'm gonna go back so you can actually watch the video. So this is you at Adrian. It's funny because we couldn't go to that game.
Yeah.
So my team and I, we were in a room together, and you absolutely murdered this kid on the sideline. I don't know if it was that big to you, but we thought it was crazy. They replayed it. Here's the video. Here you go. And I wish you could hear it. We're all screaming in the video. After you hit him, we're like, oh my god, no way. Do you remember that hit, or was it just another day?
No, definitely probably one of my biggest hits. I've always, I'm not the biggest guy, but I've always, my goal is to outpower the man in front of me. And that guy was actually their preseason All-American safety, so that was just kind of even sweeter.
Wow.
So definitely was cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was crazy watching you do that, and oh my god, when they replayed it, we just went crazy. We're like, did Brandon Reed just murder that guy? Like, it was crazy. And you guys beat him very, it was a good game. So, it was fun watching that. All right, I think I've come down to earth now.
I'm back down to, my stomach's a little upset.
My stomach is definitely upset, and my tongue is on fire, but I can actually talk now.
Yeah.
So, glad that only took one segment. I'm glad that's not going to...
I'm glad we didn't do that at the beginning.
Yeah, that could have been very bad if we done that at the beginning. All right, a couple more questions, and then we'll get you out of here.
All right, cool.
So, what motivates you to do your best? Like, in football, or maybe even college?
See, I don't really focus on the whole athletic, like... I love football, but football doesn't really define who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So just personally, I've always been a go-getter. So I've always used that in everything I do. Football, school, eventually going to be a teacher. So it's like I set a goal. Okay, this is my goal. How am I going to get there?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to fall into some obstacles here and there, but it's a matter of how bad do you want that goal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's just being a go-getter. I'm going to get this. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but eventually I'm going to be where I want to be. So
awesome. Yeah, and that's crazy. I mean, that's really good that you said that, like, my sport doesn't define me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard for some people to say because that's what they came here for, and that's what they want to do. So it's good that, I mean, maybe because you're a senior.
It could be. It's definitely I definitely used to be like super conceited, cocky, if you'd say, like, that's how I was in high school.
Okay.
But as I get older and older, it's like you can only play sports for so long.
Exactly, right.
So like I'm to the point where I could come back and play, or I could go and get a job and start a life. So
exactly.
That's kind of like you got this on this hand and this on this hand. Pros and cons.
Right.
I get hurt,
Costs and
now I gotta
benefits.
do school.
Yeah.
I get my master's, it might be harder to get a job in teaching.
Right.
So that's why I'm going to not come back and then hopefully get a job.
Awesome. All right, and the next question is, that's good because we have you on your senior. What is your favorite? Yeah, we'll toss these in here.
Yeah, my bad.
What is your favorite memory that you've been here at Heidelberg? What's your favorite sport memory? Obviously you have some to choose from.
I think my favorite sports, I'm a big team guy. I don't really care about the whole individual statistics and whatnot, but I will say probably the last 2 weeks of last season was my favorite highlights, my favorite moments of football, because when you look back 20 years from now, you're not going to remember that certain play you had,
Right.
You might, but you're going to look back and remember the times that you spent with your teammates and your best friends. So to me, the ONU game and the John Carroll game, two of my favorite moments. I'll definitely never forget those.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure like even fans won't ever forget those.
No, I mean, I will not forget that John Carroll and ONU game. Like, the fact, I think we were, I'm going to be honest, I think we were in the van for both of those games. And we were on the way, I don't know where we were going for the first one, but the JCU game, when you caught that, I remember, like, I was with my girlfriend, and we just could not, like, we were like, did that just happen? Like, we were like, we're in shock. And, like, we were like, no way, everyone's jumping up. Like, for that to be at home, it's something special. And then, come back next week, Maceo grabs this ball that you're like, man, like.
Oh, I knew he was going to catch it. I'm not sure how he was going to catch it. I knew he was going to catch it, though.
And he grabbed it, and oh my, dude, we were speechless. I just could not. I remember we were in the van, and we were like, did he just catch that ball? Like, there's no way. So.
And that's definitely, like, a big thing with, like, team chemistry. Like, how well are you close with your team,
Mm-hmm.
Because those games would have never happened if we didn't stick as close as we were for the first 4 quarters,
Right.
ONU did not go as planned. We were down. Finally, things started going our way. So it's just kind of like, how close are you with your team? And that showed how close we were as a team.
That's good. I always hear that thing, like, if you're close with your team, you do better. Yep. So, I mean, it's definitely true. There's 100%. No way it's not true. All right, and then we got 2 more questions, and then we'll get you out of here. Maybe you can get some milk.
Some milk and Tums.
What is your advice for freshmen or maybe anyone starting football?
So football advice, I would say don't expect something to be handed to you if you're not going to put in the work. Okay? Like, you see all these incoming freshmen that are like, okay, I got so-and-so award in high school.
Mm.
Well, you know how there's so many kids coming from different areas of different competition, and it's just everyone's competing for a spot. So it's like, if you want that spot, you have to earn it.
I'm going to show this.
So definitely take the off season seriously. Because you only play the sport for 3 months. You have 9 months to get prepared for those 3 months. So definitely the off season is one of the most important things about college, in my opinion. And here at Heidelberg, obviously, we have really good off season programs within every sport.
Right.
If that's lifting or running or just watching film. So definitely just taking the little things.
Yeah.
And doing your best at them, and then it'll add up.
So, obviously you're a wide receiver, kick returner. There's people who obviously switch positions. Would you say, like, don't be afraid to, like, if you have to switch your position?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's okay to, like, come in and have this expectation of, I'm going to be a running back. But if we have 4 really good running backs and you see a linebacker position open, why not? I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Right.
If linebacker doesn't work out and you come right back to running back? Because I guarantee if you show, like, coaches that you're versatile and they can play you anywhere, you're going to have a higher chance of playing.
Right.
So definitely just don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. You might never have played linebacker before, but we have some really good coaches here, and they'll make you the best player you can be if you're willing to put in the effort.
That's awesome, and it's great having you here, and it's great having you part of the team for those past. You were a great captain, and were you a captain?
I was not a captain.
You were not a captain.
Nope. Which I'm 100% okay with it. I'm not a verbal leader, So it was just like we have 4 captains on the team, but hypothetically, we have 110 captains on the team. It's like
Gotcha.
You have to lead by example. You have to be someone can come up to and trust that you're doing the right thing. So yeah, we had 4 or 5 captains, but everyone should have that captain mindset.
Right.
So
maybe I should word it like this. Thank you for being a staple player for these past few years, because I know when I came in here, I didn't necessarily, you're a freshman, you don't know everybody, but you know the football team.
Yep.
You know who's who, and I quickly, learned who like Meach was, and you were. I learned who you were before, I knew Drew and all them, and then you're like, well, who's Brandon Reed? And then you go and watch a game, you're like, oh my God, this kid's amazing. This kid's good. Like, that's why Brandon Reed. And then so yeah, it was it was a pleasure watching you, play these last couple years, and I'm gonna give you this time, because I don't know if anyone has given you this time, in your time here, or anyone's giving you this time at all. I'm gonna give you this time to thank whoever you'd like to thank, whether that be your family or coaches, or the floor is all yours.
All right. First off, I want to give the man upstairs definitely everything, because without him, I wouldn't be here. Technically, I don't even know how I ended up here at Heidelberg, but everything happens for reasons. So, obviously, I'm here for a reason. I want to thank my dad. Definitely, we've gotten a lot closer in the past year, and I love every second of it. Obviously, all my friends and teammates. Without you guys, I definitely wouldn't be the player I am today, or the man. And I want to give a shout out to Coach D. Thanks for recruiting me. Coach J. Lou, for putting up with me every day and all my stories that don't make any sense. So basically, that's it. I want to thank you for having me on the show.
No problem.
So definitely, it's cool. I like the show. I like to set up. So
thank you. I appreciate it.
Definitely nice.
I want to thank you for coming on, and I want to thank you for eating the Carolina Reaper. Obviously that will make for some very good footage.
It's gonna be about
there are definitely
10 minutes of us.
Definitely won't be the whole thing, but I'll definitely put the good parts in.
You got to.
But yeah, it was a pleasure having you on. Thank you for being a part of the Heidelberg community for a while. And I hope you do well in your future endeavors, and hopefully teaching goes well for you.
I'll definitely be back for homecoming. Senior week, I'm coming back. But I'm definitely, this is my home, so I'm definitely never going to forget it.
That's good.
So it holds a place in my heart. So I'll be back.
Awesome. Brandon Reed, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.